Last we left off, you folks started making your way eastwards towards the border peaks. Um, Going your usual route of summoning a bunch of birds to take you over that way. Uh, it was a somewhat drizzly, somewhat misty day. Not actually unlike what we've got going on right now. um, and you guys quickly discovered that there was something in the clouds. You upon very little investigation, found that there was an apparently extinct species of dragon there. You guys tried to do a little bit of fighting, tried to do a little bit of running, ending with the dragon crash landing into some innocent farmer's land. You guys managed to kill the dragon. However, with its breath weapon, it was able to dry out one of the farmer's buildings to the extent that it caught on fire. And two of you lay on the ground unconscious. But the dragon is defeated. So, with that, Sniv, who is over by one of the buildings, picks up a rock off of the ground and throws it at the dragon's corpse.
Good job, Sniv. You got the killing blow. Magnifique. Give him all the credit. He deserves it.
Well, Demir's going to give Lish a look and then go over to Toby.
You're next
fucking
to
Levy and Valk, they're next to a burning building, aren't they?
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I meant Levy.
So
whoever this one, this
is
is
next to
Levy.
a burning fucking building. Let's go help them.
So with that, I would like for Valk and Levy to make death saving throws.
Are we still in initiative? I mean, Lish
No.
would run over and cast, what have I got here? I've got Cure Wounds on each of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to cast Cure Wounds on Levy.
Okay, you got Levy, I got Volk. How about that?
Alright.
Alright. Levy and Volk, you do come to consciousness to find that there's a burning building here. The dragon is dead. And the lady farmer is trying to comfort her crying child.
Take 12 points of healing, Levy.
Volk got 10. I'm gonna look through my spells and see if there's anything that can put out a fire. I don't. Oh no, I do have Tidal Wave. Let me double check what I've got here. Ooh, I have Cone of Cold. Would that work on fire?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Cone of Cold on the fire.
All right.
The fire takes 8d8 cold damage.
That's fine. Let's say you put out the fire. So the little farmer girl is just hysterical, and Mom is trying to calm her down. Dad has apparently run off because that's what he did on his turn.
Jeez.
Well, I imagine he probably ran
Oh.
off to get help.
No.
Levy,
Tobias,
mother mode, activate.
If Demir and Lish have helped up Levy and Balk and the fire's been put out and stuff, Tobias will go up to the mother and daughter and ask, like, are both of you okay? Did either of you get hurt?
If it's the mom who answers, and she says, where did that thing come from? Where did you all come from?
To the first question, we honestly have no clue. To the second question, we were just flying over to where we were heading off to next, and that thing came at us out of nowhere. We are as confused as you are. Like, I think that's the only one, though. It was the only one that showed up, and from what I know, those things are supposed to be extinct.
Is it really dead?
It should be, yeah, but if you'd like, we can make sure and try to clean the body up a bit to, get it off your farm.
You look over and towards the body, and you see Sniv like picking up the tail of the dragon with his whole body, and then dropping it and just looking at it, and then doing it again.
Yeah, if it's letting him do that, it's probably dead. Definitely dead. We'll do what we can to try and clean this up for you guys.
I'd be most appreciative.
Do you know where
Lord.
ran off to?
She's just kind of like looking over at her land and the crash site, and she's like still hugging and holding her daughter, but she just looks so overwhelmed by everything that's going on.
Think of it this way.
Tobias will let her have time to kind of gather herself and things, and he will go up to the dragon, and using that book that was picked up, he's gonna start trying to dismantle bits and pieces of the corpse. Like, granted, there is only so much they can do because it is such a huge dragon, but he does want to try and at least clean up some stuff. Ideally, he would like to get some bones or teeth, whatever, that he can give to the farm family they can use to sell to rebuild like the house that was fucking obliterated.
We could buy their wagon off of them to bring more of it back to town.
That is true, but it's also dependent on if they need the wagon themselves and how far away the town is.
Think of it this way. It's not every day that an extinct dragon falls out of the sky. I'm sure its body would be something of an attraction around here.
Yeah, that is true.
So, there, are different DCs for harvesting different body parts. You could potentially get eyes. You could potentially get a pouch of teeth. And you could potentially try to get its hide.
Okay. Can I only pick one, or can I just check for?
Well, which one would you like to do first?
Let's start with the teeth.
Okay. So for that, let's see. Roll a survival check.
Okay.
Does the book offer a bonus, or does it lower the DC?
It's lowering the DC.
Oh, there. There's one of them. I'm trying to roll more dice in person. $15.
15.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky trying to get the teeth. You go up towards the dragon's head and start trying to pry apart its jaws and lift up the top of its head while also trying to pry out the teeth. And you're able to get maybe about 3 of them before the dragon's head just becomes too heavy for you, and you have to step out of the way or risk being trapped inside of the dead dragon's mouth.
Damn rigor mortis.
Toby, do you need any help?
Yeah. Probably make things a lot easier.
Okay.
It's better to do things as fast as possible before things start creeping in.
Yep. Demir is going to go over and help Toby lift wherever. Putting that 15 strength to use, baby.
Val comes over and takes the other side of the head.
Val just gets up from being knocked down. Is like, fuck yeah, let's open this dragon mouth.
She is neated. Something she can do must help.
Okay. So, what do you try to get next? The hide or the eyes?
Ooh, hide.
This one is going to be a higher DC. But if you have Valk and Demir assisting you, you would have advantage.
I would almost say the eyes because they're a lot more delicate than the hide itself.
Okay. Roll another survival check.
I'm so glad I waited to do the eyes. Five, so that's a 22. And then because it's advantage, I'll roll again to see which one's higher.
All right.
Me
22. You're able to pop out both eyes. All right. And the hide?
Sorry, I was just noting down some of the stuff, or I'll finish noting it down afterwards. Roll go ahead. Do I still have advantage on that since they're still helping me with maneuvering around the body and things?
Yeah, are you guys still helping? Are you like, well, we got the eyes, we got what we came for?
No, hide and scale priorities.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I will now roll.
Levy's gonna wander over and start taking fucking insane notes. Like she's got her fucking book out. She seems to be writing things down like warp fucking speed. And like most of the time she's not even looking at the dragon. It's she's hardly like writing shit down that's observable right in front of her.
I was gonna say Tobias would take out his cloak to lay on the ground and put the parts on top, so that like at least the eye and the teeth, so Levy can like look at them and stuff while he works on the hide. But then I remembered, oh yeah, the cloak part of it is fucking seared to his back. Whoops. He won't be doing that. He'll definitely set the teeth and eyes on a semi-clear area near Levy, partially, so they're out of the way, but also she can look at them if she wants to. I also just imagine, like Val, she fucking gets up, looks tired and groggy as shit after being unconscious, sees the dragon, and immediately is just like, I must write. All the power in the world to her. I will now roll through the type. Sorry. That first one was a 4, now for the second one. Second was a fucking 2! Piss!
A 2?
So it was a 4 plus 5, that's a 9 for the hide.
Okay. So you, with the help of Valk and Demir, start to try to harvest the hide of the dragon. Unfortunately, you have absolutely no experience with this sort of thing. You've never seen a dragon before in your life, and you're just like, all right, well, I guess I can try the usual methods and see if that works.
I also imagine just because it's so huge as well that Tobias is like,
It did not work. So it takes you about 2 hours to really get going on this hide. But unfortunately, the hide is so tough, you can't really, you're unable to harvest it before its magic kind of seeps away, and it just ends up becoming a mundane bit of fat, and you spent 2 hours doing that. By this point, the farmer is coming back, and he's like checking in with his wife and daughter and kind of surveying the damage.
Okay. Well, even though the hide's a bust, they can still use the bones. Because I'm pretty sure people pay a lot of fucking money for the bones.
And also,
some scales too.
And Valk suggests checking the stomach contents.
That is true. Yeah. Tobias will take the cleaner pieces of hide. At least, like, the not as fucking botched ones that he attempted where most of it's useless. Just like, whatever good ones, set that aside for the farmer family so that they could try to buy a new farmhouse and repair the damage, like the giant crater that's where the dragon landed.
Okay, so are you just trying to get a couple of scales since you failed to get the hide?
Yeah, he'll try to get a couple of nice scales.
Okay. Another survival check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get like as much as I can out of this fucking dragon.
Once it starts getting a little gooier, Demir is definitely going to step back and let Volk and Toby handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you spent a great deal of time working on this hide with the two of them, and it apparently for nothing, and it's gross and fatty, and it smells terrible.
Yeah, Demir's out.
Yeah. Do I still
When
get
Demir
advantage?
steps out, Erin's just gonna walk over and say, like, tag you in. And then come over and start helping.
Okay.
Hell yeah. The boys are back together.
All right. So yeah, you can have advantage then.
Okay. I just wanted to double check before assuming. Holy shit, that was an 18.
Yeah,
First was a 7, second was 18.
You're able to get like a pouch of scales, and they kind of
Hell yeah. 23, baby.
black all together in just a little pouch.
Nice.
Boy.
And you said the farmer's husband returned. Did he bring anyone with him, or was he just by himself?
He had returned from the woods with a pitchfork.
Aww. He went to try and find orphans. Tobias will briefly pause from harvest support. Actually, no, he'll ask Demir, hey, would you mind asking the farmer's husband if there was like a town nearby or whatever, or a guard tower, so we can try and dismantle this corpse and get what we can from it, and also potentially sell the parts while I keep digging at this fucking thing.
Yeah. So Demir's going to go over to the like farmer family and is everyone alright?
And the husband kind of speaks up and says, yeah, we're all right. And he's kind of just like scratching the back of his neck and looking around at the mess that's gonna have to be cleaned up.
Like I said, it's not every day an extinct dragon falls out of the sky.
Certainly not. I mean, I don't know too much about dragons at all, but this is my first time ever seeing one.
Mine too. Here, Demir will go through her bag and give each of them a little thing of bread because she had it. Just like a little like. Actually, she has like a little stuffed cookie that she can give to them. Like, just got some dried fruit and just a little something sweet.
The little girl takes the cookie you said, and just kind of looks up at you and says, "Thank you. Is that a real dragon?"
As real as I can tell.
It's really big.
Yeah.
Oh my god, nobody's been monitoring a sniv for hours.
You're
I would
I
say
have a feeling
has been kind of standing and keeping an eye out to make sure nothing else comes at them while they're doing this. He's watching the process and kind of walking around, making sure nothing else is burning.
Honestly, Sniv seems riveted by your process of dismantling the dragon.
I have a feeling your farm is going to be the talk of town for a very long time.
Oh, well, that would, wait, which town? we're sort of in the middle of nowhere here. And thank you for helping put out that fire too. We would have been ruined.
Is there are there no guards posts or towns anywhere?
Nearest town is probably Legacy Quarry. It's off couple days travel that way.
I see. Well, we are headed that direction. We can speak to the guard and have them send some men out your way. What's your name?
My name is Bernard, and this is my wife Olivia, and my daughter Tilly.
Bernard, Olivia, Tilly.
The little girl says, Tilly.
Tilly. It is nice to meet you. You can call me Bernard.
And Bernard says, thank you again for your help.
What is your problem? Hold on. I have to deal with this cat. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. He's being really obnoxious.
That's how they be.
A baby wants love.
The baby wants to bite, apparently.
Look at that in his deadness.
Oh.
So, Demir, you're chatting with the farm family.
Yeah.
Valk, you said something about checking the dragon's stomach contents. So you approach the dragon's corpse and take your blade and jam it into the side of the stomach. And very carefully, you take your blade and draw it downwards. And as you do this, spilling forth from the dragon's stomach comes a lot of gold and gems that the dragon had apparently consumed.
He's gonna look, like, glance up at, like, the sound of the fucking thing and went, "Oh, good. At least it ate before it came through wherever."
Aaron just goes, "Oh, and that's a sword."
Oh.
So,
Well, there's the repairs for the farmhouse.
I say this makes the encounter worth it.
Did you know they do that?
There could have been arms and armor from previous victims as well, so it's always worth checking for things that can swallow whole.
Those of you who are proficient in history, roll a history check. Except for Levy, because you already have this information.
That's a 15 from Toby.
That's hold on. Because I don't trust myself. 23.
All right. Okay. So Toby, you know that yellow dragons went extinct during the Serpentine era. following several metallic dragon-led uprisings. They were more nomadic than your typical chromatics, which tended to kind of just claim a territory and roost there. They would fly to different areas and dry out crops and land with their heat breath, and only allow things to grow again once they feel that the people of the area gave it a satisfactory amount of treasure. That's basically what you know about yellow dragons. Demir, you know that from there, the dragons would then consume the treasure, keeping its hoard in its stomach so as to maintain its nomadic lifestyle, and then move on to the next area to destroy. And because they kept their hoards in their stomachs, it was very common for adventurers of the Serpentine era to hunt them down and kill them to claim their treasure. And soon the sight of a yellow dragon became incredibly uncommon, with suspected descendants believed it to have disappeared underground.
Yeah, Demir actually looks like she's kind of got like the she like her face is just kind of lit up the whole time, and like as she's kind of standing over by the farmer, she's going to say to Tilly, like, when I was your age, the only thing I wanted to do was to see a dragon. No, you can say
I've read about them in stories, but I think they're kind of scary now.
I wouldn't blame you. They are fearsome, but nothing that good people can't take care of.
It set the supply shed on fire.
That's what dragons do. This one is even rare. They have never been seen in thousands of years.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Valk, you're over there standing maybe shin deep in a bunch of golden gems that are covered in stomach bile.
Yeah, Levy's already kind of poking around, just like going with like one hand, one finger, just kind of.
I was not expecting to get money out of it like a fucking pinata. So Valk's just kind of like, colander?
Tobias,
it's a lot of gold.
Since it's all covered in stomach acid things, Tobias will look around for a well and a bucket.
I actually have a really good question for the DM.
Yeah.
About how many coins at once can one prestidigitate clean?
That is a good question.
You can cast prestidigitation to clear like a square foot, I think. So it take a little bit, but you can cast it a bunch of times.
Yep. It's a cantrip. Let's go.
All right. And Toby, there is a well over here with a bucket. If you wish to assist in the cleaning process.
How many times can Levy cast the prestidigitation?
Yes.
It's a cantrip, so infinitely.
Jesus.
Well, technically, it takes 6 seconds to cast, so 10 times a minute for 60 minutes in an hour.
Tobias will ask Levy, would you like me to assist you, or would it just be faster for you to just do your thing?
She just kind of shrugs and goes, I mean, you can help if you want, but we don't need to waste these folks' water or nothing. I got it.
Okay, as long as you're sure. Try not to burn yourself out too much.
It's fine. She's just clicking away at it. Just like...
Lish will offer his bag of holding for the vast quantities that he's seeing here.
Okay.
Hawk also has special education show. Talking hard. I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. Hawk also has prestidigitation. That's a very hard word to say. So he's gonna help out Levy with that, sort of like shoving it into piles and then like prestidigitating a rough cube, and then moving on.
All right. So, you estimate, both of you, while cleaning up the gems in gold, that there's about 29,895 gold pieces worth here.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, because I'm also typing that down.
29,895 worth of gold pieces and gems here.
Ooh. Is there any loot besides gold and gems?
Not really.
Cool.
How much would a new, like, repairs to the farm cost?
Not much at all comparatively. Like, depending on how many men you want to hire and how quickly you want it done versus like in a shoddy job versus a careful job, that would probably be like 20 gold pieces.
Okay, so just so we can have an idea of what we're talking about. If we split it 7 ways, for just the party, we each get about 4,000 gold pieces. If we split it 8 ways, including the family, so if we give the family a lot, then we all get 3,000 gold pieces.
I think splitting it with the family is a nicer thing to do.
We did sort of crash.
The family
land on
would
their
get
farm.
3,736 gold pieces.
I'd be fine with
The
that.
dragon, though. I mean,
Well, we could always give them a half share.
I mean, 2,000 gold pieces is still a lot for the farmers if we wanted to do that.
Yeah,
I'd be
Consider
fine
the
with
fact
that, yeah,
that-
because it'll cover repairs and then it'll make sure that they have money for whatever else they need to save up or whatever in case something bad happens for them. And
Become
also
a
that
land
as an
baron.
apology for, hey, we accidentally crashed the dragon into your farm.
Yeah, also, consider the fact that your local farm girl has gone through nigh on almost nothing as far as gold goes, personally. So, yeah, no, they should be good. They should be set for a minute with 3,000 some odd gold pieces. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so-
Tilly's grandchildren will probably be set, honestly.
Yeah, like with 2,000 gold pieces, that makes them not just farmers. That makes them very comfortably in the upper middle class. if not more. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is everyone gets 3,735 gold pieces. And then I am keeping 1 share for the farmers and I'm giving them 2,000, and then the rest is going in party funds. Does that sound fair?
What was the number again? 3,700 and
3,735 gold pieces.
Will you just type it out into the loot chat for us?
Yes, I will do that.
Oh, are there diamonds in that?
There are a couple.
Of resurrection quality or revivify quality?
Should we roll for how many there are?
Sure, I'll roll. Okay, hold on.
There's 29 of them.
Well, I rolled a d10. And I rolled a 10. So we'll say most of those could work for revivify, and we'll say we'll say 3 of them can be for regular 7th level resurrection.
Also, out of curiosity, how much did we need for the repairs again? Like to our own house?
For your house?
Yeah. How much?
A fair bit. Let me see if I can double check. Oh, I'm sure I have it written down somewhere, just finding where.
I know that we paid half up front.
Mm-hmm.
The amount that we got from the house covered most of it, if I thought it.
I have it written down. I've been muted this entire time and didn't realize.
So it cost 12,500 to repair and renovate. You will need to give 6,250 upon completion.
Okay. Sick. Easy. Easy peasy.
So do we want to set aside? Okay, so in that case, do we want to set aside the 6,000 out of the dragon gold and then redistribute the gold that way?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Hear me out. If we each, like, there's 7 of us, and if we each stash away about 1,000 from what we got from the dragon, we'll even, like, into the party fund, we'll even have, like, a sizable party fund after that for, like, potions and shit.
As we stand right now, with everyone getting an equal share of just the straight gold, we have 1,759 gold pieces in the party fund.
Okay.
So if everyone adds 500, we're only a couple hundreds short.
Okay.
Well, if everyone adds 1,000, then we have 7,000 gold pieces.
8,700. Because of the 2,000 in the party fund already.
Oh, okay. Do we want to count the party fund as house fund money? I was just counting it as.
I mean, that would be an ideal.
I mean,
for that,
where else would we stash the house fund money away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, obviously, we can still leave like whatever is left over after the house, after we pay that from the collective thousands we put in there, and the pre-existing party fund will have more than we had before we did that schmoove.
Yeah.
So it works out.
If we just take off the 735 that we each got, so we're each receiving 3,000, that would be an additional 5,000 for the party funds, and thus covering the house with additional party funds left over in addition to the 1,700 we have there.
Okay.
So we each get 3,000 today, and the remainder goes into the party funds and covers the house and additional stuff.
Okay. Do you want to write down the number that we all need to put into the party fund for the house fund?
735.
735. Put that in the chat.
So basically, everyone just got an additional 3,000 gold pieces right now for a nice even number, and then we are adding a grand total of that to the party funds.
5,145 to the party fund,
which gives us 6,800, 900. So we cover the house and then have some extra funds still in the party fund, and we each have 3,000 to go to a strip club with.
And I love playing Accounting and Arakoa.
Or, Aaron can get his puppy.
Okay, so everyone gets 3,000 gold pieces. The new party total, new total in the party fund is 6,904 gold pieces and 1 silver piece.
Who said math wouldn't be used in real life?
Speaking of math, I'm doing some in my head real quick.
And so how much are you giving to the farmers?
The farmers get 2,000 gold pieces.
All right. Who is handing the gold over?
I guess Demir will, since she is technically the keeping track of gold. So as we're doing all this, she'll be setting aside some of the gold and kind of just takes a part of her cloak from one of her outfits and rips it off and puts the gold in it to give to Bernard, and just, for your troubles, don't spend it all.
And as you hand over the gold, everyone in the family, their eyes just go wide. It is very clear that they have never seen so much gold in their entire lives, and they start thanking you profusely.
Like I said, for your troubles. We have a home in Royas, so if you ever are in the area, ask for the wild roses.
Much appreciated. Wow. Very generous of you.
Well, we did crash the dragon on your farm.
And Olivia starts speaking up and saying, we can start doing some of those repairs we were talking about before and expanding the barn, and they're starting to make plans, and Tilly's asking for some new toys, and this amount of gold for them is life-changing.
Yeah. Demir just kind of smiles a little, and then she's going to step back and let them plan.
And who says the wild roses aren't good people?
And Demir will turn back to the party and just kind of go back over to them.
Levy was literally about to tap Demir on the shoulder for her attention as soon as she stepped away.
Oh, hi, Levy.
Didn't mean to spook you. We have a little bit of an odd number in the party fund. I was hoping to kind of even it out. And if I recall, there's like a stray silver piece in there. She has 96 gold in her hand to make the party fund an even 7,000.
I mean, if you want, okay.
I'll trade this for the one silver piece.
Absolutely. Demir will.
Good trade.
Move silver piece 1, add.
Autism wins again.
Autism wins. Hang on, I have an image. Sending it to the chat. Fucking Christ. There it is. Yeah. Autism win.
Autism win.
Speaking of mental things winning, I gotta take my antidepressant.
Woo!
Woo!
If you don't get enough serotonin, store-bought's fine.
Oh man, that reminds me, I should take my math.
Woo! Drugs.
Yeah. So new party fund total 7,000 gold pieces.
Hold on just a moment. I have to yell at my cat who's destroying my house.
Fair enough.
You know, usual things.
Okay. Pardon the interruption. The criminal has been apprehended.
Making his escape.
Yeah. What's the plan now, guys?
That's a good question. Does Lish have any more spell slots left? I think I remember him burning most of them on the dragon.
I've got plenty of spell slots.
Same.
So we could owl back all the way to Legacy Quarry.
I don't know if we can owl.
Okay.
I'm talking like lower level spell slots.
Okay. We might want to set up camp somewhere on or just off the farmstead then.
I don't think they'll mind.
They probably won't.
We just changed their social class by a few levels.
Yeah, Demir is going to can we stay here on the farm tonight?
Absolutely. I'm afraid we don't really have any more beds, but we'd be glad to put you in the loft, and points towards the building that was previously on fire.
We have tents. We can make camp. It's fine.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
I'll leave it up to the group, but
and says, "Oh, we'll be encamping outside. Though now that you mention it, I do want to go up there and check that there's no fire damage."
All right.
There's fire damage, I'm sure.
So you head into to this building here. Seems to mostly be like storage. There's a few sacks of grain, odd barrel of apples. There is a loft up here with some hay, and there is some blackness to some of the straw, but luckily it doesn't look like it was burning for too long, and so most of the damage is on the outside.
All right, he'll come down and report as much.
Sniv, meanwhile, has just been kind of hanging out in the crater.
Playing in
I
the
was
mud.
so mentally drawing to switch back over to the map, and the dragon just disappeared and Sniv was standing there.
He is playing in the crater, playing with the mud. There is some gore left over from dragon harvesting that he is also playing in. He is also finding some cool rocks, so
He's making blood mud pies and then eating them.
well, he's not eating them. He's planning on throwing them later. But the point is, he's vibing.
Yeah. Tobias would have helped with the corpse cleanup of like dragging it away from the farm to try and get rid of some of the smell / also not attract creatures and all that shit and stuff like that to not make more of a problem. At some point, I imagine he'll probably try to remove his cloak, feel it's kind of stuck, and pulls the skin a little, and he'll just kind of be like, I'll just deal with that later. And go back to clean up and setting up camp. Where should anyone have any opinions on where we should set up camp for the night? Specifically on the farmstead?
I mean, if the loft isn't as damaged in the inside, I guess we could go there.
Yeah, that'll probably work fine.
And as soon as we do start like sitting down for camp, Demir is going to Toby sit him down in front of her and like see what I can do about the cloak. I still have some cure wounds and healing word that I can use, so let's see what we can do.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd have to use to try and get his back healing. I assume cure wounds.
Cure wounds will do. You'll probably need to wash it off a bit and use a dagger to cut away some of the fabric, but cure wounds will definitely help.
I didn't mean to roll. Well, I guess I accidentally rolled. So you get 25 points of healing. And she would have pulled like water from the well and got it boiling in her like little pot to like disinfect, and she's going to wrap it up as best as she can as well, in addition to like the healing.
All right.
Just kind of not saying anything, but taking care of him, and like when it hurts, just kind of puts her hand to his skin, to like try and soothe it a little bit. And
he tenses up during the process, but that's mainly just because you're having to pry away the fabric to be able to make the skin clean for healing. His cloak's probably just decimated for the time being. When she does like put her hand on his back to try and give him at least some form of comfort, he'll kind of like say through his teeth a little, "It's fine. I've had worse."
That doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt.
He just sucks in a breath and focuses on not trying to flinch or move or twitch too much during the process.
Yeah.
At the very least, though, he doesn't have to worry about back scars or being anxious about that anymore. It's all one thing now. Just.
And once Tamir is done and has done as much as she can, and got him like wrapped up a little bit, she's going to just press a kiss to the nape of his neck and come around to the front so she can give him a kiss on his lips, and puts a whole thing of bread in his hands and tells him to eat. And then she is going to give Valk and Levy and I think that's it who went down in the fight. She's going to give all three of you guys loaves of bread. So for a short rest, you guys can gain 5 temporary hit points after eating the bread, and then for everyone else, Aaron, Hawk doesn't eat. So Aaron and Lish and herself are going to get some cookies, and you guys can add 1d8 extra hit points if you are spending a hit die to recover some health.
Valk is actually kind of skulked off, so you have to track her down if you're wanting to track her down.
I think she makes sure that everyone who's gathered has something to eat, who have mouths, and then she's going to just look around the farm and see if she can find Valk.
You see Tilly showing Sniv one of her dolls.
Uh-oh.
Can I see Valk on the farm, or is she off?
DM, is there a private place nearby?
Not really. It's mostly open farmland. There are a few trees nearby you could sit in. Otherwise, by the crash site, there are some that were knocked down that you could sit on that are now logs because they are no longer standing.
She's probably behind the foliage of one of the knocked over trees.
Okay.
Just for funsies, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Go for it.
That's a 13.
Do I need to roll?
If you want. Otherwise, I can say that it takes a little while to find you.
Well, since I'm in armor, so I have to roll at a disadvantage, and my deck sucks ass, she's not particularly stealthy.
Okay. So Demir will kind of wave at the kids. Oh, and Sniv gets a cookie. So go over and give Sniv a little mamu. And then she's going to go over to Volk holding a loaf of bread. And offer it.
Actually,
okay?
when you turn the corner around the branches of the tree, you kind of hear a clattering as you can see Valk just like angrily stripping her armor.
Do you need any help? Are you okay?
Sorry, everyone. Decisions are having to be made. So Val kind of gives you this really angry look, but not because she's angry at you, but because she's just angry and says, "I'm fine," in just a flat ass voice.
Okay. Just fucking insight check, because I don't believe that for a fucking second. That is a let's do some math. Fucking numbers. That is a 23 insight.
Well, unless if I roll a nat 20. Hey, look, not a nat 20.
Yeah,
Is
you're. I get that you're not fine, but.
Yeah. Valk is in fact not fine.
Did you get injured?
At that, she's gotten enough off and kind of having to pull her shirt off of wounds because she got hit by the breath weapon like 3 times in her armor.
Yeah, okay. Demir is going to shove the bread into Volk's hands and have her sit, like just point at the log, like sit. Bread shoved in hands, and she's going to use her last spell slot of the day to go through and cure wounds, and do the same thing that she did for Toby, basically, and try and wrap up her burns and all that stuff. You get pardon. You get 29 points of healing.
At which point, is that more than one spell, or is that just one spell?
That's just one spell.
Okay. At which point, let's see how many I need to drop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. At which point, Val kind of just glows as well as she's casting healing spells on herself, and she is back up to full. But you can still see that she is upset.
You did well in the fight. I don't think any of us expected a dragon to fall out of the sky at us.
Well, it's my job to keep you guys safe, and I can't do that when I'm flat on my back.
You helped.
Not enough.
We have to keep each other safe. All of us. So, get used to being taken care of.
This is more difficult because Valk has to be nice to Demir.
I mean, you could be a dick to her.
Does she really, though?
Does she really? It's her own self-imposed rules.
I mean, Valk also swore an oath to Tyr, and look where that's going.
Actually, no, she never swore an oath to Tyr. That was part of the reason why she only had 2 levels of Paladin. She just happens to be a cleric of him. There's a difference. But, anyway. I am too tired for this much braining. Sorry, everyone. At which point she just kind of turns to Demir and just kind of glassy eyes says, "Thanks."
Eat. And come back to join us whenever you need.
She kind of just thumbs up and then starts eating the bread, just methodically.
Yeah, Demir's just she like just kind of gives Valk a little pat on the shoulder if it's not injured. The uninjured shoulder if there is one. If not, then on her leg.
At this point, with that much healing, it's mostly just a bunch of fresh red skin.
Yeah, she's going to give her a gentle pat wherever it looks less raw, and head back towards camp. Checking, just giving an eye towards where Sniv is and making sure that he hasn't eaten a child. And if the child and Sniv are still happily sitting in the ditch, then she'll just go up to the loft.
I mean, at this point, Olivia is outside, just kind of like suspiciously watching Sniv, but it's clear from her body language that she really wants to tell Tilly that it's time to go inside because it's raining and she's playing in a bloody ditch. But
yeah, I could just buy new clothes.
She's there with a kobold. it's been a long day, and she doesn't really want the kobold to bite her, and she doesn't know what it's going to do if she tells Tilly that it's time to go in. So instead, she's just watching.
Would Levy reasonably notice this?
If you want, sure.
Yeah, fucking, she's gonna go down into said bloody ditch, and kind of do the hands on the thighs pose of like, hi kid. She's gonna go. Now I don't think a crash site's the best place to be playing around. How about we at least get out of this here ditch? It's starting to rain anyways. You can go get real dirty.
But I'm showing the lizard guy my doll.
Well, you can still show him your doll. You just gotta get out of the bloody ditch.
I'm making mud pies.
How about this? You're gonna race me out of the ditch, and I'm gonna give y'all a head start. I'm gonna get you some mud to make mud pies with that isn't covered in dragon yuck.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah! She knows. Fucking knows. Alright. Advantage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Thank fucking God.
Because that kind of shit works with kids.
You! 17. It also works on people with severe ADHD. I've noticed in my house.
So Sniv takes off running this way. Tilly's a little slower, but she manages to climb out of the ditch.
Sick. Levy's in here. She gives him a head start, but you know, fucking gets some mud that isn't covered in dragon blood and fucking climbs out with them. And goes, oh dang, y'all really beat me.
Sniv picks up a stick.
Levy fucking plops some mud on the ground. And can I do a sleight of hand check to prestidigitate at least the like human child? Clean ish.
I mean, you don't need to sleight of hand for that. You can just do it. And when you do that, Tilly just giggles and she said,
That feels tingly.
Yeah, sorry, I know it tickles, but
she holds out her doll, and you can see it's a little owl bear doll. She says,
this is Alice.
It's Toby.
She's very, very cute.
And you can see it's got like one button eye and the other one has fallen off somewhere, and it's old and raggedy.
Aw.
She sits down with Alice on the ground, and Sniv eventually comes back with far more sticks than he probably should have. And they start making more mud pies.
Levy will toss like a wave and one of those, I got it, like the head tilt of like understanding. Just like kids, right? to Tilly's mom. Just like, yeah.
She kind of like
got it.
Smiles and is still very unclear about what to do about the kobold that is hanging out with her daughter.
Folks working on getting him house trained.
I mean, he's not hurting her, so like, it's probably fine, right? All right. So what are you guys doing now?
I assume they had enough time to do a short rest.
Would you like to do a short rest?
I mean, it took 2 hours for everybody to cut up the dragon, so I think Lish was probably just chilling, at least.
Okay.
I think the logic behind saying that we should probably rest or something was we don't have a method of travel other than hiking right now, unless Lish can restore his spell slots to the short rest.
No, just wild shape.
Okay. So unless he can turn into an even bigger owl, we should probably rest until we're able to make the rest of the journey. Unless you want to get like some headway by walking and then set up camp and then long rest then and then make the rest of the trip.
I'd rather stay on the safe farm.
That's sort of what I was thinking.
Might as well, that way everyone's back up at full strength.
I was lucky in that I wasn't the direct object of its ire at any one point, but I did slightly wear myself out trying to take it down, yeah.
Before we rest, I want Tobias to send a message to Oafsy saying, just killed a yellow dragon. Shit's kind of scary. We're good though.
You quickly get a message back. Well, I hope I hope everything's all right. Try to stay safe and take it easy if you can. Dragons are no joke. That's it. All right. So you all head to rest for the evening. What's plan, you guys, in the morning? Do you wake up like bright and early, or
Yeah, I guess so.
We are on a farm.
Levy's just playing babysitter at this point. Sorry for the interruption earlier. Like I said in chat, every day I tell delivery drivers to not fucking knock on my door because there's dogs. And every day they ignore it.
it be like that sometimes? Yeah, I mean, the next morning you all come to consciousness. It's the evening passed uneventfully. When you wake up, Bernard is starting to like move some of the stones around that the dragon had knocked over. Tilly is over here feeding the chickens, and Olivia is drawing water from the well. Does anyone have anything they want to do before departing?
Demetrius just... Oh, sorry.
I think Lish just kind of wants to take one more look over the dragon body and just double check that they haven't like missed anything.
Okay. There could be more to harvest potentially if you wanted. You could get horns, or you could try to get get some bones. At this point, things such as phials of blood, the heart, or the breath sac there's really no point to it since it's been out all night in the rain.
Sure. Lish will try and break off one of the horns.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Tobias can assist with that as well.
Does that mean I roll with advantage?
If Tobias is helping, yeah.
Wow, my survival is higher than I thought. Okay. Uh, 21.
21? You're saying you're going to try to get a horn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely enough. You're able to break off one of the horns.
Dope. Put that on my wall. Goes into the bag of holding it.
All right.
But yeah, otherwise Lish is just gonna chill and like watch everybody interacting with this kid.
Yeah. Well, she's feeding chickens right now.
Then I guess he's just creepily watching a child.
Okay.
Demir is going to go over to Olivia and just I think we're headed out, but keep the farm. I don't know how much there is usable of the dragon, but keep safe. And like I said, we are near Royas, so if you need anything, the wild roses can help.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much again for the gold and your help with that dragon.
Of course. And Demir will just kind of head back to the group, and kind of elbow Lish a little if he's staring too intently at this child. Like, don't be.
What?
It's rude to stare at other people's children.
Is it? That's literally my job in real life.
I don't think Lish is an accredited caretaker. I'm just gonna say it.
You mean he's not preschool certified?
I'm sorry, Lish. Where's your degree?
I'm sorry, Demir, but I can't even say that Lish is forklift certified.
Where's your OSHA certification, huh?
So has everyone finished everything that they need to?
Yeah, I don't have any ideas.
Cool, then if
Speak now,
everyone's...
hold your
I
peace.
think Lish will just summon the owls, I guess, and we can be on our way.
All right. So you summon the owls and continue on your way. Are you? I'll tell you. I'll move the thing to the map of Thea. There we go. So where you're headed is a little bit north. It's between Ayera and Legacy Quarry. if you head directly eastward, you will arrive at Legacy Quarry.
Well, I guess that does bring up a point. Are we going to Legacy Quarry, or are we going to try and find the Forgotten Grove right away?
From my understanding, our goal was to go straight to the Forgotten Grove and then head to Legacy Quarry afterwards.
It especially makes sense now that we're just coming off a long rest, because otherwise I think the plan would have been to, if it was late, maybe stay in Legacy Quarry and then prepare for the climb, but I think we're prepared for the climb as is now.
Yeah.
Unless we're missing supplies that I don't know about, which I'm pretty sure we're not.
No, seems like, I mean, that was the plan that I remembered, so... I imagine it'll... Yeah. I imagine it'll be more than a day's travel on the owls to get there, but...
It's probably about 2 days by owl to get to the mountains.
Alright.
Alright. So can someone roll me a D100?
I can do it.
Alright.
That is a 29.
29?
Yep.
That is just enough to trigger a random encounter.
Oh no! I'm sorry, guys.
I'm like, let's give it a 30% chance of a random encounter.
Another dragon.
Okay. Can you roll another D100, please?
That's a 25.
25. Okay. So
another dragon falls out of the sky.
Well, not quite. I would like everyone, including the owls, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Yikes. That's a 3 for Toby.
15.
Dirty 20.
15 as well.
Okay. Damir, that's 10. And what did the owls get?
I got a 15, and I'm about to roll for the owls. Should I just roll? Can I roll them as a group, or should I roll individually?
Up to you.
8 D20.
Well, let's hope that the DC was 15.
Stupid. This is stupid. Okay, let's see here. Shit. Let's see. This isn't gonna work. I gotta do it. Just one.
Okay.
It's not great. That's a 10.
10? Okay.
Yep.
So those of you that rolled below 13 take 6 psychic damage as there's just a piercing ringing sound in your head. Those of you that failed by 5 or more, I don't think that was anyone.
No, that was Toby. Toby
That's
rolled
Toby?
a 3.
Okay. You are stunned for a minute.
The fuck?
As there's this ringing sound in your head, and it's piercing your mind. If you start to slip off the back of one of the owls, whoever's riding with you can grab onto you and keep you from falling off.
I think that was Levy,
Mm-hmm.
but Felix has stepped
Yeah.
away.
I think it's safe to assume that Levy would definitely do that, though.
Yeah. I mean,
No one left behind.
yeah. So once after a minute, the ringing sound goes away, and none of you saw any sign of anything.
Ow!
Do we want to look for it, or do we just want to bail?
Wait, did something happen? Because, like, I imagine, like, Erin and Hawk both are on the same owl, and they both passed their save, so I imagine they're both clueless as to what just happened.
Can I
Amir is looking around.
Yeah, can I roll to see if I see anything? I mean, we're pretty high up, I imagine.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Me as well.
If you want, sure.
Yeah. It's an 18 for me.
Dirty 20.
Neither of you see anything.
Ow.
I mean, unless you'll keep an eye out, but did the owls seem to be still afraid? Like the dragon?
No, the owls don't seem afraid. They took the damage if they rolled below a 13, but
yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anything about to hurt you. Like there was with the dragon.
I guess we'll just keep flying then and keep a heightened sense of awareness.
Okay. All right. So you other than that, the flight passes for the day uneventfully. You find a hill to rest on and camp overnight. Are there any conversations that would like to be had? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Evening passes uneventfully as well. If someone else would like to roll another D100 to see if there's going to be a random encounter the next day.
Sure, I'll
Someone
do
who
it.
isn't me.
I'll do it. We'll see if the Hawk dice decide that we're doing something. Oh, 78.
Day passes uneventfully. The air is starting to get cooler as you approach the mountains. And you now have a choice. You can either stop and rest before you reach the mountains, or you can try to press on and reach there during the night.
I think we probably should rest.
Yeah,
There
night
Yeah.
flying by the mountains just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
We don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything like protecting this grove.
Not to mention that it's cold up there, you probably want to change first.
Flying at night, fly directly into mountain.
Okay.
I mean, they just put a lighthouse up here.
All right. So you head to bed and rest, knowing that you will reach the mountains sometime tomorrow morning, probably close to 11 o'clock, I'd say. Final call for any conversations or anything you want to do before you reach the mountains.
We're just gonna check in with the pixies, make sure that they're doing okay.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to be doing fine. They're happy now that the air is getting colder as you approach the mountains.
Definitely.
But,
Gonna smoke some weed with the pixies.
Amir will join you for that.
Yeah, I mean, they're all huddled together. It's getting colder. He'll pass the pipe around if anybody wants it.
Tobias is good for the time being.
I think Hawk was sort of curious. No, he'd know it. Never mind.
Breathe it into your gears. It'll steam.
Do you breathe, Hawk?
I feel like you would know the answer to that by now. But no, not really. If anything, dust can sort of get caught in places, but no.
Just fumigate them.
It's strange. Sometimes
try turning you into something.
Oh yes, we could turn you into something that has lungs that can partake in the smoke.
not tonight, no. Thanks for offering it.
Sniv approaches and starts making grabby hands for the pipe.
I don't think Lish trusts him with his fancy pipe that he worked so hard at. I think that the pixies have rolled like a little miniature blunt and passed that to Sniv.
Oh no.
Okay.
Taking a tiny scrap of paper and rubbing it between your fingers.
Yeah, scrap
It's just
Okay.
like that.
paper from one of the books.
All right.
Ripping pages out of books.
Sniv takes the blunt from the pixies.
Oh no!
and he eats it.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he ate a drug.
And the pixies murder him in his sleep.
Did I just hear that correctly? Sniv
Yes.
just ate a fucking blunt.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't believe he ate a drug.
A lit blunt.
A
Well,
lit blunt.
One time,
This kobold's
my
gonna
friend
go to
ate an
fucking
entire
space.
he died.
Toby will not be the only one who was temporarily ejected to the fucking, what was it?
Ethereal plane.
Yeah, the ethereal plane.
Congratulations, Sniv has evolved into having a breath weapon. For
My
just
God.
this night.
So
Breath weapon of get you high.
he eats the blunt. He kind of just sits there for a while and then falls over.
The pixies are like,
to
sorry, the pixies
hilariously-
chatter at him and so angry.
Levy is going to tuck the her coat of dramatic demise around Sniv.
I mean, he's still awake. His eyes are open. He's just laying there.
You have
Because
sufficiently
having a
baked the
blanket tucked
clothing?
around you when you're way too high is very nice. And B, because if motherfucker dies or the pixies try to kill him for eating a fucking blunt, well, no.
Well, we figured out a way to store him if we ever need him to not get up to mischief for an extended period of time.
If the pixies are looking agitated, Zamir is going to blow smoke at them. Get them a little environmentally high. And then before we head into the mountains, we should probably check in on the tieflings.
It's a good point.
Anything you want me to say to them?
See if there's been some time fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
Ask if anyone's shown up.
Mm-hmm.
Friend or
Ask if they've
otherwise.
murdered anyone.
A weird question. I hope the answer is no.
That'll definitely be easier than the alternative.
So do you scry on Echo or Egress?
I scryed on Egress last time, so let's do Echo. Or was it the other way?
It was the other way.
Okay, then I'll scry on.
Scryed on Egress last time because you thought she was more responsible.
Okay, I'm going to scry on Echo.
Okay. Let me roll for him. Yeah, that's a fail.
Oh, do I have their names backwards on my sheet? I think I do.
Yeah, so Max. Egress is the girl. She's the bard.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, I had it backwards.
Echo is the
Fix.
your girls, the bard. Egress is the boy. I
So
did
have
this
it right,
myself.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway. So you focus in on the scrying orb. And you can see Egress there. Standing in front of a full-length mirror. He is kind of just like looking at himself in the mirror, and he is like, you know how little kids will look at themselves in the mirror and like try and make muscles?
Yeah.
He's doing that, and his tail is kind of swishing behind him. And I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay. That is 24.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
So you can see he's wearing like a loose pair of pants and a tank top. He's wearing a tank top and kind of like just looking at himself, and then he kind of leans forward and pushes his hair back and like starts kind of feeling around his hairline, like he's like waiting for his horns to grow in, and he's looking for them, and no luck yet, and he kind of looks mildly disappointed, and then he starts like getting other like pieces of clothing and like looking at them, and he puts a little tunic on over his tank top and his pants, and it's and kind of a dark green that looks nice with his hair.
Aww. Okay. Demir is going to wait until he is dressed-ish. She's not going to sound like she's scrying on a naked child.
I mean, he's not naked. He's playing dress up, essentially.
Okay. And then she's going to egress.
He kind of jumps a little. Hello?
Hi. I'm just checking in. Are you and your sister doing okay?
Oh yeah, things are fine. People came by and dropped some clothes off, and they said to put them in the wardrobes, but we're making sure that they're not trapped.
Good to know. How is the construction coming?
I mean, there's lots more stuff in here now. Lots of people have been coming in and out and building things, and it gets loud sometimes, but there's more stuff to do, at least.
I'm glad that you two are taken care of. Is how just it's been a lot of travel. How long have we been gone?
I don't know, like week and a half, 2 weeks. How long?
That sounds about right. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Good. We are getting near our destination, so we might not be able to reach out to you for a while.
Okay. Like how long?
I don't know.
That's helpful.
Imagine how it feels for us. We're going off this plane of existence for a little bit. But as soon as we are back, I will let you know. We might be gone a little longer than we initially suspected, but I'll try and keep you and your sister afloat of the situation.
All right, well, we got plenty of food and stuff, so.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you two are making yourselves at home.
Well, I mean, I am, at least. Echo is... She doesn't trust a lot of the people coming in, but one of them brought in a liar, so she's been having fun with that.
Excellent. I came across a symbol, and I was wondering if either of you two would want to do some research, just for fun.
What's the symbol?
Well, specifically, there are two symbols. One is an eye with 7 stars, symbol of Mistra. And I'm going to describe the symbol that Lish and I saw.
Okay.
And the second is a Ouroboros twined around the crown. And I am watching carefully for his reaction to that one.
Roll an insight check.
Hold on. Let's see what my additions are too. Fucking. That's a 12.
His face is impassive. He says, I mean, I don't really know about like gods or religion or whatever. But like I can look in books, maybe. There's a bunch now.
Yeah.
The one with the weird lizard friend, she has a bunch of really weird books in her room.
Don't go looking through them too deeply.
Yeah, I didn't. They were boring. It's like a bunch of people kissing. That's gross.
Yeah. Do you know anything about the other symbol?
The which one?
The crown with the
Oh
snake.
yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Well, if you find anything else,
I'll keep an eye out, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you two are doing well. I'll reach out I'll reach out shortly.
Good luck.
Hopefully. Thank you. And then I'm gonna end the scribe.
All right.
Levy!
Yeah?
Do you have any sort of familiarity with a snake eating its own tail twined around a crown? I'm going to try and draw the symbol for her. You know anything about that snake?
What kind of check do I do, illustrious DM?
This would be a history check.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 26 total.
Yeah, you have whispers for that then. Someone else can do an ad for D&D Beyond.
Ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who do not fall into either category.
Now offering Valk's Smut Collection.
Speaking of Valk, I do want to chat with her after this is over.
How dare.
I do. I dare quite easily.
Right. Information sent.
Levy's going to very gingerly take that shit, the paper that Demir drew on, and she's just gonna go yoink it, fold that up, put it in her book, and go, that is the symbol of a very unsavory character. Where did you see this?
I've come across it a few times. Who?
Where?
Tell me who it is, and I'll tell you.
Oh, it's just the king of cut purses. He's a crime boss, Demir.
Well, that could be a problem.
Where did you see it?
On our tiefling shoulder. Tattooed.
That's what I was afraid of.
And on Rosnia's shoulder.
Where?
Rosnia. Hawk's mentor.
Oh, fuck. Look, Demir, in the dream that I had where those kids were grown and they came to kill us, they said that they owed this man, and she's gonna tap her notebook where she has that symbol pressed in there between pages. They said they owed him their life. Their lives. He could basically make those kids do anything.
That's not great.
And if it's on Rosania, fuck.
Well, there isn't much we can do about it now. And aside from Niven, we haven't really bothered them, and hopefully we can keep that up.
For now, we keep those kids away from city proper as much as we can reasonably. And we can't go back through Avitix. Not with Hawk.
Why not?
Because if I recall correctly, the so-called King of Cut Purses is likely based in Avitix. And if Rosania, Hawk's mentor, is tied in with him, I don't care if Hawk technically hasn't been made here yet. Things are too weird and out of order in too many different places for that to matter. We can't risk Hawk. I'll keep him in the loop on this for his safety. But we can't risk him.
We don't know what any of it means.
That's the problem.
If you think it's best.
The less we know, the more potential danger there is, and I would just like to steer us as clear as possible.
Works for me.
Huh?
Egress is a very good liar.
Well, yes, of course.
He is 10.
They're still just children, and Hawk has talked about his fear that people would use him as a weapon, right?
I feel like that's a general party fact, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I was pretty sure, but a man like that could make all of Hawk's worst fears a reality.
Certainly. I'm not suggesting that we go looking for a crime lord or anything.
No. I'm just...
We stay out of his way. He stays out of ours.
We're already in his way. We have 2 kids. And one has this fucking tattoo on them. That's Ellen's phone. The fuck?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, roommate's girlfriend's phone was just on some furniture. So yeah, no, just we're already in the motherfucker's way. We like basically took some kids that he technically has a stake on. Is what Levy's getting at.
They are staying with us by their own free will. It's not as if we kidnapped them or anything.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna care about that. Just because we don't see them as property doesn't mean that he don't.
They are free to leave whenever they want.
Yeah, well, what if he comes for them and they don't want to go?
Well, that's between them and him, isn't it?
We're not.
I think
I'm not even gonna touch on that right now. No. And Levy's just gonna walk away.
We can very easily avoid any entanglements.
Can you repeat that?
I think we can easily avoid any entanglements for now.
We're already entangled. We've associated ourselves and put these kids under our care. And if there's any thought in your head to leave those kids to deal with him on their own, I don't know what to tell you other than absolutely not. And she's gonna walk away.
Demir just kind of huffs a little and isn't going to chase after Levy or anything. She's just going to go back over to Lish and steal the pipe back and just...
She's gonna go talk. She's actually gonna go get Hawk.
Hawk, I recall, was on his way to go talk to Volk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a conversation long overdue that I wanted to have.
Do it.
Yeah. So where is Volk?
We're set up camp for the evening, right?
Yeah.
I kind of forgot during all the
Set
role
up
play.
camp for the evening. Lish was passing a blunt around that Sniv ate.
Okay. She's probably like keeping an eye on everyone, but kind of sitting a little bit away from the group, just watching. In kind of like more like there's something in her eye that's a little predatory. It's not like she wants to do anything, but it's very much like you see like a hawk surveying the area around it or whatever.
That's me. Hawk's just sort of gonna like audibly but still metaphorically clear his throat, like, Valkyria, do you have a moment?
Even though she has like normal face on, she does that thing where she kind of full head turns and just kind of stares and goes, yes.
There's been something on my mind that I need to know.
At which point she kind of just pat next to her.
She like sitting down or something?
Yeah.
Then? Okay. Yeah, he'll take a seat next to her. It's probably for the best that we sit down anyway, because it's something a little personal to you, and I don't want to necessarily have people eavesdrop. If you want this answer, you're probably going to...
Eyebrow chink.
Okay, right. Back at the Hag, I don't think you remember what you traded away, but I do, and I am bewildered.
I remember it being a good deal.
That's what perplexes me. You gave away the last memory that you have of your own mother. I don't understand how that's an acceptable thing to just give.
DM clarification. Valk has no memories of her mother anymore, correct?
You had very few memories of your mother in the first place. So, yeah, pretty much.
So Valk just kind of looks at Hawk and just kind of shrugs and just like, I don't really have any memories of her. And so all I have to work off of is the remembered emotions of the deal. And I got a good deal. That's all I can say.
Like, how can that even be, though? How could you be so satisfied with giving away the memory of someone who was, I can only assume, so important to your life?
I think you answered your own question there, Hawk.
So it's just a head tilt.
Look at the question backwards. I'm happy to give up why would I be happy to give up some information that's important or memories of someone who's important in my life? At which point the reverse is, why would I be unhappy to give up somebody who isn't important? Again, it's weird cyclical logic is all I have to go off here.
I guess that's fair enough. She didn't really leave you with much, did she? Not your mother, but the Hag.
Correct. And so if I gave up my last memory of her and I have no memory left, I apparently only had one memory to give. Thank you for letting me know, though, what I traded, since I didn't even have that specific memory.
Of course. Then thank you for the understanding. Huck claps Valk on the shoulder and then gets up and heads back to camp.
As you're kind of going, Valk goes, if you ever have questions, just feel free to ask.
Of course. I'll keep that in mind. And then as he's walking back, I imagine that's when he runs into Levy, who's in a panic.
Yep.
Perception check to see the panic.
She's not panicked.
No, maybe not panic, but...
I mean, she's stressed as fuck, but she's not panicked.
Insight.
13.
Levy, are you making an effort to hide? Yeah.
Yep, she's stressed.
That girl's
Vaguely
stressed.
pissed, but mostly distressed.
Okay, then. Valk kind of gets up and kind of hovers doing something nearby.
Oh, Levy, did you need something?
Yeah. A moment of your time.
All right. What's going on?
She's gonna take out the drawing that Demir did. Man, I feel so bad for Demir. Got her drawing stolen and her fucking girlfriend storming off on her. Goddamn. Libyan kids. She's gonna pull this out, pull the piece of paper out, and unfold it, and go, "Do you recognize this at all?"
Yeah, Demir saw it on Rosania's shoulder when I paid her to scry on her.
Do you know what it is?
Well, it's a snake. It's a snake eating its own tail circled around a crown, but I don't know anything beyond that. No.
Right. If we ever head back in the direction of Abitix, we might want to go around the city, because Rosania, either in the past or more currently, was tangled up with a crime lord.
His eyes immediately flash on.
just
like light up like.
I don't know how recent it would have been in terms of her mentoring you, but I would like to be a little more safe than sorry. Because, I mean, it's also on the shoulder of one of the tiefling kids at home. And I would just like to try and keep everybody as safe as possible.
That explains a lot, and that is very concerning, yes. Why avoid Avitix specifically? Rosania was in the woods south of here.
I'm pretty sure that that's like his base of operations. Pretty sure. I mean, it's the capital.
I guess that does make sense, but by my own timeline, I shouldn't have even been created yet. Rosania only met her 5 years after my birth, and
well, right, but time and space are really messy right now.
They are, yes, but when Demir scried on Rosania, she was a great deal younger than I remember. There would have to be some serious time wibbliness going on for her to know what I am if we were to meet. Like, to an extent to which we haven't seen yet, I don't think.
Right.
But you are right. If the King of Cutpurses is there and he somehow finds out or knows what I am, then I wouldn't be safe. You all wouldn't be safe by extension.
A little more concerned about you, friend.
I share that sentiment, really, I do, but I'm just as concerned about the rest of you. Having traveled with me for so long, he might see you as associates or co-conspirators or something along that line.
Right. I just figured you should know.
No, I'm very grateful. That might explain why she disappeared.
Right. Well,
I do at least. I don't believe she was ever a problem. I may not agree with all the things that she said now, but she never explicitly tried to turn me in or take me anywhere. And the fact that she disappeared rather than me disappearing, I think that shows what she really wanted to do at the end.
I have no doubt that she cared about you deeply. I just don't know if that would carry over here. So, just wanted to keep you in the loop.
Absolutely. Thank you. Let's give me something else to think about, I suppose.
Right. She's gonna kind of slink away.
I'll go head back into camp proper and sort of pick a spot to set up camp so he can just sit down and think. And with that, I actually have to get up for a bit.
All right.
Hopefully I'll be back before end of session.
Is there anything anyone would like to accomplish before we move on?
Aaron's been painting Sniv while Sniv's just been the fuck out. So I'd like to get a roll in for that.
All right. Roll a performance check. Are you using the regular paints or the other paints?
I'm using the regular paints.
Okay.
Yeah. That is
I mean,
natural 20.
I figured, but I gotta ask.
Yeah. I would not do that to myself. Anyways, natural 20 for a 23 total. No, 22 total.
You're able to draw a hyper-realistic a painting of Sniv resting on the ground with the doublet of dramatic demise draped over him and 3 pixies trying to pull at the corner of the coat to pull it away, but unsuccessfully because Sniv keeps holding on to the blanket. It's a beautiful drawing.
Hell yeah. This is my masterpiece. This is my magnum
really
opus.
It for such a silly premise of a painting, why is it so beautiful? Like, what the hell?
Really captured the glassiness of his eyes.
Yeah.
And just the starlight on his snout.
The fucking red around the whites of his eyes.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so you
I'm curious though, on that note, how have Aaron's painting skills been developing? Is he getting like a lot better? Like, I mean, he's doing a lot.
he's getting better.
Hell yeah.
Like, he's been experimenting with different styles.
Lish watching, like, hell yeah.
Does Aaron show off his drawing, or does he keep it to
He
himself?
shows off his fucking drawing. He's just gonna enter the circle at large and be like, look. I think I'm done.
The pixies are a harder art critic than he is, so the pixies come down and like really like Parisian like art critic like the rendering
Were you happy with
across your page.
That looks fantastic, Aaron.
Thank you. Figured, you know, Sniv doesn't really sit still that often. I might as well take advantage of this opportunity.
You've really taken a shine to him, haven't you?
He's adorable.
Is that so? And like raises an eyebrow. Like, I want to like insight check this to like what is this emotion that Aaron has for this?
Roll an insight check.
Like, are you in love with this tiny dragon man? What's going on?
Aaron, have you got feelings for our feral little guy?
The one you referred to as a pet to the Chiefs?
I rolled a 2, so I got a 10.
Oh, okay.
I think you're probably in love with this fucking kobold.
All right, if that's what you want to come off of here with.
I mean, unless you want to give me something for 10.
Pure lust.
And love really bloom on the battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, all you get for that is that Aaron definitely meant that. He doesn't view Sniv as an inconvenience. Sniv is fun to be around.
Bless.
Niv is a joy.
I mean, I put up with all of you.
Lish was over here like rolling the tiniest blunt up again.
The world's smallest blunt.
All right. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say before you bunk down for the evening?
Is there any scrying anyone wants me to do before I put the ball away?
Should we scry on our vampire friend?
No. Should I?
Could tell us if he's on the plane or not. At least.
Try. I'm going to try scrying on our vampire friend.
Okay.
Empire? Smite.
You start trying to scry on your buddy the vampire, and it's like you hit a wall.
Nope, not a problem we have to deal with.
That's good.
Ever again, probably.
Yeah.
Not for now. It is not in front of us immediately, therefore it is not something we are going to worry about.
How ADHD you?
Cannot see, does not exist.
Well, nice to know no one's coming for us.
Yeah.
Yet.
That we would know of.
They're like right behind
That we would
us.
know of. Who else have we managed to piss off?
Oh, so probably a lot of people. Lish is gonna pass his pipe to Vault.
Val just kind of looks at it and like looks around. Who all has been smoking at this point?
I think just Demir and Lish and the Pixies.
And of course, the child.
I mean, he never smoked anything.
Aaron's already got a
That's
call
true.
back.
Give us that guy who said this edible ate shit 5 minutes before going to fucking outer space.
Like, I don't know, I can't really feel it.
Garen hasn't
This
been taking
edible
anything, but
shit,
he's definitely
guys.
up there.
So Valk just very obviously fakes taking a hit and then passes it along.
Roll deception check.
No, it's obviously a fake job.
Okay.
Lish gives Volk a look and raises his eyebrows. And maybe Volk gets the sense that it's not entirely about the pipe. But he'll take his pipe back.
You'll have to be a little more specific than that.
I mean, he does have a 22 passive.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Sure. Lish just settles back against, I don't know, a log and continues puffing.
Poor Valk, being such a fucking nerd.
Does Levy want any? Relaxation.
Levy appears to have wandered away from the camp to sit kind of away, not like out of sight, out of mind sort of thing, of just like she seems to be taking a moment for herself.
Well, if she's been out there for a while, he'll call over to her and beckon her and offer some of the weed if she wants it.
I mean, if he's calling her, she'll look over and see the offer of weed, the Guinness, like, take a hit, bro, like,
relax, bruh.
yeah. But she'll kind of just go, no, turn back to, I'm just gonna say, because of Alicia's insane fucking passive perception, she is indeed brooding. She is in fact brooding.
He'll start insisting then, just like, Levy, why have you gone so far camera right?
Like, her head is sinking into her shoulders, like, no, don't look at me, like, no. let me be emo.
Like, come into the light.
She's actually gonna, like, cast, like, this really guilty look over at Demir.
Demir is going to kind of watch this, whatever it is going on, and she is going to just take the blunt and walk, stand up and gather up the pixies and walk off.
Why are you taking the kids?
I'm taking the kids and going.
Are you
leaving with the children?
Are you walking over to Levy, or are you just fucking off?
I'm going away from Levy. I am giving Levy and Lish the potential for privacy if they so choose.
I mean, Lish isn't moving from where everybody is sitting, I assume, around a campfire. He's just trying to get Levy to come towards the rest of the circle.
Yeah, when Debbie walks away, she's just gonna kind of curl it even more on herself and just go, Nope.
You're going to catch your death of cold over there. You don't want to get sick on the cusp of a grand adventure, do you?
Gotta be on your A game to save your cousin.
She's gonna get up, very pointedly not make eye contact with anybody, go to her fucking things, pull on pull on her winter coat, and then she's gonna put herself to bed.
Lish rolls his eyes so heavily, his eyeballs might just fall out of their socket.
I don't blame him. She's being such a little shit right now.
He's just like, I dealt with so much of this shit when I was in the Feywild with Demir for the year. It's just like...
She needs to sleep off her fucking jumble of emotions for a bit. All right, it's fine. And she's like, I made a dirt. I stepped in it. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and I'm probably gonna just like apologize and fix my shit.
And stepping in
for now,
again.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Lish's attempts to peer pressure have gone very poorly. Everybody here apparently went through the DARE anti-drug program. A success story.
Have we pressured Toby yet?
Smoking.
Not
The bear took all
Sniv.
fucking blood.
I mean, he offered it to Toby. I don't think Toby wanted it. Unless he did.
No, Tobias said he was fine for the time being.
So. Come on, Hawk. You gotta pull.
Listen, unless we run into a weed Drake, I don't think it's happening.
No! Into your gear lungs.
Could you turn into a
Gear
weed?
lungs.
Oh, what about Biog? Does Biog want to get high?
I mean, Biog is from the Feywild, so probably.
Is
I
there
mean-
a weed Drake?
If
You can-
Biog is, in truth, a spirit from the Feywild bound to Hawk via magical contract and agreement, I think she would want to get some of the kush.
You can blow smoke at her like you did for the pixies.
Yeah.
All right. So you get the owl high.
Biog can like sit on top of his head and they can just like hunker down.
Baked owl.
Yep.
Eventually,
Biog just vibing while Hawk preemptively puts on his own winter clothes, which are kind of puffy and parka-y.
Alicia's just like, it was a stressful day, tough decisions were made, and I'm just gonna fucking bundle up and chill.
Okay.
Demir will eventually come back to Lish if it's obvious that no one else is hanging out with him. She just kind of did a little lap, and then like sees that he is still sitting alone, and she will come back and deposit the pixies in his hair and herself in his lap.
All right.
Got a whole little menagerie on top of his head.
You've got 3 pixies, an owl, and a Demir on you. Okay. Is there anything anyone would like to accomplish before we call it for the day?
I don't think there's any more scries that anyone wants me to do.
As Aaron's packing his things in for the night, he's going to go over to Volk. Say, Volk, do you have any of those do you have any of your books on you?
Kingsley just fell off the bed. Sorry.
That's hilarious.
At which point, Val just kind of goes, and like out of her jerkin, she pulls Tusk glove and just like, I would like this back, please.
Definitely.
The secret stash.
And Aaron just takes it, slips it into his own shirt, and walks back to his sleeping area.
I love this group so much. Fucking illicit smut dealings in the fucking.
One half of the party's getting high, and the other half is passing around smut.
And you've got the robotic square hanging out by himself because he's depressed or something. What a loser.
Nerd.
Hey. Valk's the nerd in this party, thank you very much. Or
Excuse
no,
me?
she's the dork. Levy's the nerd. Or
Yeah,
geek.
I'm not
No,
playing
you're
a
geek.
sorceress like a wizard for nothing, bitch.
Hey.
And Demir's the popular girl.
Is she?
My name is Regina George, bitch. Little did you know, Demir's real name was Regina George this whole time.
Little do we know,
Who the fuck is that?
little do we know, she's actually a tome lock instead of a pendant one, and the tome is the burn book.
You would think Levy would have the bird book for how much she fucking writes notes, but nope. Nah, she's writing fucking class notes.
Excuse
Notes
me.
in the bird book.
Lish is the one with the shit list.
True, actually.
That's it. It's going in the book.
Wow.
Lish is gonna continue making eyes at Volk like passing notes in class.
Valk triggers her amulet so she goes back to her usual form so she can just be like, I don't see nothing, bitch.
Good.
No eye contact for you.
Nicolas Cage would steal Volk from the Library of Congress.
Volk has
She's
too
a
many
national
eyes
treasure.
to not make eye contact. Are you kidding me?
Too many eyes to not make eye contact.
There's at least one that's making eye contact.
Just a little
Yeah.
sneaky eye looking out from on top of her doublet. Just opens. Oh shit, I'm still being watched. Closes.
So with that, you all wind down for the evening, and the night passes uneventfully. And morning, you begin to make your way towards the mountains. We'll see what sort of obstacles they may hold for you, but for now, we can call session.
Woo!
Alrighty.
We learned
then.
things. We helped a farming family. We are fearing for our lives under the no doubt watchful gaze of a crime lord.
Crime Lord is my father.
Pa, is that you?
Anyway, thanks for playing, you guys.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for running the
DMing.
game.
This story just gets so much cooler as it unfolds.
I don't want to stop. Is it Saturday yet?
I
Can we
had
play
ideas
again?
for the King of Cut purses, like at the beginning of the campaign, and then Max joined with Hawk, and I'm like,
Well,
okay.
okay then.
I had a feeling this would happen because I said like I don't know what would have happened to her, so go ahead, go wild. But
Yeah.
I'm still very, very happy with it. This is going to be very interesting.
It's the consequences of our actions.
It's the consequence of having a shady mentor.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see you next time.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you
can't wait.
guys so much.
Bye, y'all.
Thank
Happy
you.
Halloween.
Happy
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Halloween.